I've had mercy on them. So all those that are doing good now, all those that are sitting on thrones, calling the shots, they're going to be below us, and they're going to be building our infrastructures up, our kingdom. That's what's getting ready to happen out here.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm just wondering.
What we're teaching?
Yeah, I'm just interested.
Yeah, you would, because I mean, look at us. We've got the
You're
robes
filming,
outside.
sorry, I've interrupted your
No, that's all right. That's fine. That's okay. No, we'll tell you. I'll tell you what we're all about. We're basically teaching that we're the Israelites. Are you familiar with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the Bible? That's what we represent. So what we're saying as a whole is basically that we're the children of Israel. We're these people originally that lost our heritage, pretty much. So if you can, brother, just real quick, I know you brothers are speaking.
That's
right. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right. It's okay. You good. You good. We have a question. It's all right.
What do you want me to get first?
Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, you want to go now?
Oh, no. I thought you were carrying on.
Okay. Yeah, no, we're going to carry on. We're going, brother.
What do you want me to get?
Let me see. Get Isaiah, Jeremiah 17.
Okay.
And verse, I think it's 8 or 9. Because the world doesn't, the thing with what's going on right now is that the world doesn't realize who these people are anymore in this day and age. Like, a lot of us have been called to be like so-called black people, Latino, Native American people. So these are the names that is called pretty much from our enemies right now. But these are the actual terms that we go by. We're the Israelites, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So what we're basically saying overall is that we're the people that Moses came to deliver from Egypt and stuff like that. That's what we're basically saying. Go on, bro. But we're gonna give you some scriptures now.
Jeremiah 17:10.
Yeah, you know where it reads. You should discontinue from your heritage.
Oh,
I
right.
gave you.
That's not the one they didn't find it. Keep talking.
Yeah, so you're going, brother.
Isaiah.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's in Jeremiah 17 somewhere, brother.
Okay.
Isaiah 11:11 says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again a second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Sinai, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea."
And also England is an island, like we was talking about earlier before. So what this is going into is our salvation. Because we know that the Messiah is coming back. Right? Jesus Christ is the world calls him and stuff like that. But we call him Yahawah. So when Yahawah comes back, as we believe him to be in the Hebrew, this is what he's going to do. He's going to deliver his people from the four winds of the earth, so to speak. Because what happened to the children of Israel, when you read the story of the Israelites, I don't know how familiar you are with them.
Not terribly. What I'm trying to do is to learn a little bit more about different types of beliefs. And I've seen you guys a few times as I come in. And I said to my husband, I said, I want to watch what their beliefs are. And I've been wanting to come across it, but I wasn't sure
No, it's all right.
whether it was okay, and if you were filming, which is how I was approaching. Oh
No,
gosh.
that's fine. That's all right.
But what have I done?
Yeah.
I've interrupted these good people with their work, and oh dear.
I've got another one. James chapter 1 and 1 says, James, a servant of God and of the Lord, Yahawah Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings.
Yeah, and because we were scattered abroad, we lost our heritage. I will calling ourselves black people, African Americans, Latinos, Native American Indians, etc., etc. So now we're returning back, and the reason why we're returning back is because the Messiah is getting ready to make his second return. So, basically, it's a good thing you did come up, because really there should be a lot of people coming up.
Oh really?
Yeah, there should be a lot inquiring what's going on, because big changes are coming on the earth. Go on, brother.
Right. This is Jeremiah 17 verse 4, what he called for originally. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee,
Mm-hmm.
and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Yep.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
And that was the prophecy that would happen, because those people in Israel today, they say that they're the people, but they don't fit the prophecy. The prophecy says that they would discontinue their heritage and that they would go into captivity and slavery because of their sins against their power. So when you read about the Israelites, every time they disobeyed God's laws and all of that, the Lord would punish them, cast them off to the side. But he still loved his people, but he would cast them off to the side, and eventually they would have to suffer for a particular point in time, and then he would deliver them again. Right? So this is where we're at right now. We're suffering in the system. That's why, as a people, we're at the bottom. As everyone knows, every nation knows this, right? Economically, because of our sins. So now the Messiah has to come back because we're destroyed to the point of no return, basically, as a people. Now you got some of us that are doing good in the society, right? But for the most part, we're not really doing so good, right?
Precept.
Go on, brother.
It says Baruch chapter 4, verse 25. My children,
Had that too.
suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you
Yeah.
from the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
For thine enemy have persecuted thee,
Mm-hmm.
but shortly thou shalt see his destruction,
Right, but
and shalt tread upon his neck.
Exactly. So who is really the enemy of the Israelites? Ultimately, the so-called white man. That's who our real enemy is. But the Lord allowed that to happen because of what we did wrong. So now we have to suffer patiently for a period of time to undergo these curses. Because when you read Deuteronomy 28, Moses, okay, you read it, brother.
You want 28, 68?
Yes. Actually, read verse 24.
Right. Deuteronomy 28, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahawah, and the Lord shall make rain of thy land powder, and dust from heaven shall. Let me read this again. And the Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder, and dust from heaven shall it come down upon thee
Right.
until thou be destroyed.
Keep going.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies, and thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and thou shalt be removed.
No, verse 64, brother. My bad.
Oh, so like it. 28:64. And the Lord shall scatter thee amongst all people from the one end of the earth even to the other,
Yep.
and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
And that's going on right now, because usually, like the Israelites, they were supposed to be in their land, but then out of the land, because our Father has scattered us abroad through all of these different. Because people go traveling to different places, so we found ourselves in these different countries, these different areas, but it all goes back to the sins that we've committed as a people. But in due time, when the Messiah gets back, we're going to go back home to the land, pretty much. And those people in Israel, what's going to happen is and that's why, like what I said earlier before, really everybody should be here, whether it's recorded or not recorded, because big changes are going to happen in this world. And we all know about it. I'm pretty sure you know about it, right? You seem like a knowledgeable woman. But yeah, what's going to happen, which is guaranteed, as we know as the prophets. We know that a world war is happening. That's a shot of a doubt. That's definitely going to happen. All kind of rioting is going to take place in the society. They're going to collapse the system, and Jacob's trouble is going to come in effect.
It's happening right now.
Yeah, in Haiti.
In Haiti, in Indonesia, it's happening in Cuba. It's happening everywhere around the world, pretty much. But it's not being put on the mainstream media because they don't want to startle the people. They want to keep them like just dumb, and the zombified and ignorant and unprepared. Exactly. But it's happening all around the world. There's footages of people going crazy. There's complete lawlessness and disorder all in different parts and countries and continents around the world. In South Africa, right? There's fuel prices skyrocketing. People can't even pay for their homes. The prices is going way out of whack. People are looting, right? All the banks have closed down. China, what's happening over China? I believe there's the lockdown, and people are now just looting, just taking all the food, right? I believe where is it? It's in Shanghai.
It's in Chengdu, China.
Yeah, Chengdu. Right, so there's a lot of crazy shit going on around the world right now as we're speaking, but if you look around, people are still going to the park, and everything like that. See, when it really comes here and to America, it's gonna be mayhem. It's gonna be mayhem. It's gonna be mayhem.
Because people-
Gentlemen, please forgive me. I have got to go over there.
Okay.
But please accept my apologies
No,
for
that's
not
all right.
staying
You nothing
longer, because it has been a privilege to listen to you. And if I may, next time I come and you're here, come and speak to you again. But thanks for sharing that. You're right. I am acutely aware of what you're telling me, but it's just lovely to listen to it from knowledgeable and caring people. So my visit here and my speaking to you has given me a little bit of faith in that when the time comes, I'm not going to be alone, because the thought of it is quite frightening.
Yeah, and I would agree.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and my apologies. It's not because I don't want to stay.
That's fine.
Is that all right?
That's fine.
No, that's fine.
Thank you so much for your time, and I do apologise once again for interrupting you, because I thought, if they're filming for their podcast or Instagram or anything, I knew it was something, but I am going to look this up because I always study about things that I have come across. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
You have a wonderful day.
And you're here quite often anyway, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Every
Thank
Saturday.
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I mean, really what I wanted to tell them is that everything's going to happen as it is, as you've explained already. What's going on around the world, because even Haiti's going to be crazy, man. I mean, Haitians are bugging the fuck out because of inflation. But all of the dominoes are falling, man. So it's just going to take one country, and the next country, and that country. The next thing you know, it's going to come down here eventually. Right? But what I wanted to tell her, all of that is going to happen, and then the Lord is going to make a second return. And he's going to deliver all of us put together. You know, so that's what I want to say. You brothers, you got it.
Has anybody got anything? What was you speaking
No,
about before?
I'm going to follow on from what the other book at that.
All hell, man. All hell breaking loose.
Yeah. Can't. Basically, I'll just bring this one out. Barak chapters 4 and following from what you brought out earlier. My delicate ones have gone raw ways and were taken away.
Rough ways.
Rough.
Huh?
Rough ways.
Rough ways were taken away. Rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies.
Right,
Be
man.
of good comfort.
See our people, we go through rough ways as a nation. We look at our history, how we were brought over here to the Western Hemisphere from the west coast of Africa, right? All them countries along the western continent of Africa. From that point, from slavery, which is like what, the 1500s, to this present day, our people just been going through the shit, man. This rough patches. I was looking up, not looking up, but I was going through my my little album, and then I saw a little clip where it says a license just to kill niggas, man. So Esau had a license. Just a free license. You just go around killing niggas all day long, for free. As long as you had that license, that little ticket, you could just go around just hunting niggas all damn day. Like it was fucking just down at the circus or something, man. Woo!
Like game.
So you know that's our people that's going through rough ways. You understand? Then the Congolese, our brothers and sisters out there in Congo, what they went through with the people of Belgium, under the orders of King Leopold III, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the second. Man, little children that's getting hung from trees because his father didn't fill up his quantum of I forget what it was that they were trying to get the our people down there to pick.
I think it was cotton.
Cotton or something. No, something
I think it might be gold, yeah?
Gold or something.
Digging in the mountains for gold, and if they didn't come with a certain quota, they would.
Quota, yeah.
they
Cut their hands off.
Yeah.
But there's one little boy, man, them Edomites, them Belgian Edomites, they read from the Bible. These damn devils, they read from the Bible. And then they hung the little 7-year-old boy from the tree because his father didn't come in with his own quantum of, you know, whatever material it was. I forget what material was, man.
Might be diamond or.
But you know, our people that's been going through rough ways, you know? And it's the curse, it's the Most High that brought us through those rough ways.
That's it.
It's He that brought us through these rough ways. Got a piece to bring out.
Yep. Deuteronomy 28:68. And Yahawah shall bring thee into Egypt to gain with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
You shall be brought into slavery for both bondman and bondwoman. So that's what happened. That's what do you call it? They call it the transatlantic slave trade. Right? Mainly men at first, and then women came, then they were used as the sex toys. Young women, right? Little children, put on the auction blocks, right? My delicate ones, what did the brother read? My delicate ones have gone through rough ways, man. They were caught like a flock, or caught of the enemy. Can you read that again? Oh, you get that scripture? I think so.
This is Baruch chapters 4, and it was Baruch chapters 4 and verse 26 says, "My delicate ones have gone rough ways." It's lucky, rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemy.
They were taken away from where? West Africa. They were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. They caught us, they put us, that's part of the curses, that they put a yoke of iron upon our neck. They caught us. And who is our enemies? For the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until they have destroyed thee.
And it was even taken from Europe as well. England, Spain, all different places, man.
So you can't tell me that's not God's people. The Most High's people went through that. That's a sign. The scripture says, "This shall be as a sign of a wonder upon your children." So that's a sign right there to say, yeah, these are the people of the Most High. Look at what these people went through. You can't compare that to no other. The scripture says, under heaven has not been done, has it been done unto Jerusalem, man. So bring out.
I was looking for a sign and wonder in 28.
Right. Deuteronomy 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. See, David thought he had killed him and Joab thought he could go down there in Edom and wipe out all the males in Edom. But the Most High allowed, I forget who it was, to escape, man.
That one seed, yeah.
That one
talking
seed
about
that went into
Egypt,
Egypt.
right?
Yeah, to go to Egypt, man. Like he was Moses, man. On the left hand side.
The
Right.
anti-Moses.
Yeah, the anti-Moses. Right. Put him in a little basket, put him in the river.
Shit on the way.
Right. Put that little Edomite in the little basket.
Oh yeah,
No.
calm.
You gotta be talking about Agag if I'm correct, right?
No, not Hagar, but Noah, King David and Joab was down there in Edom for 6 months,
Yeah.
killing all the Edomite males.
Yeah.
The one guy got away, man. He escaped, and he went to the Egyptians in it, and he took care of him.
Nah, I have to go back into that.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah.
In the Lord's Spirit, the Lord have mercy on me.
It's in First Kings. So 1 Kings 11, verse 15, for it came to pass when David was in Edom, and Joab, the captain of the host, the captain of the army, was gone up to bury the slain, after he had smitten every male in Edom. For 6 months did Joab remain there with all Israel, that he had cut off every male in Edom.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, then Hadad, no, brother going right. Yeah. That Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his father's servants with him, to go into Egypt. Hadad being yet a little child, right?
He ran for his fucking life, man.
The anti-Moses. Right? So, he fled, man. So, but
That nigga left the premise.
they should make a movie about that, man. The anti-Moses. Right? It's Steven Spielberg, man.
Yeah.
And anyway, it says Deuteronomy 28, verse 45, reading back again. Show guys. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Right? So, King David and Joab, they wasn't able to stop Edom from fulfilling these prophecies, man. Enslaving our people. Because King David was like, I want to wipe out all these Edomites. Because he knew they were the problem. Because he had prophesied, he had said that, remember Edom, Psalms 130, 8, if I'm not mistaken. It says, remember Edom in the day of Jerusalem, that said, raise it. Even the foundation thereof.
I'll check.
So David was not only was he a warrior and a king, because the king is also the chief priest, but he was also a prophet, man. And he prophesied about them damn devils, them damn crackers, man. Because the Most High allowed David to actually see what the Edomites would do to our people in the latter days. Right?
Got one for you.
So it makes sense how David was down there in Edom for 6 months with Joab and all the army and all Israel, wiping the motherfuckers all out. But the Most High allowed Hadad and certain other Edomites to escape. Why? Because prophecy had to be fulfilled. That's why Paul said they had to come a falling away first, man.
Yeah.
Our people had to fall away. Who made our people to fall away?
God.
Obviously it's the Most High, but the Most High was using who to make us fall away? Esau, Edom, man.
And that had to come to pass.
Had to happen.
Because let's say if King David and them slaughtered the Edomites all the way and through, guess what? Then that prophecy wouldn't have came to pass. So
Right.
the Lord is the power of his word.
So all these curses had to overtake us. They had to, what did it say? It says, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. So we had to be destroyed. And what did the word destroy mean? It means that destruction. So we had a structure as a people. The Most High structured us.
Yeah.
During the time of David, the time of Solomon, you had the different kings of Israel, the different kings of Judah. We had a structure, we had a government body, we had priests, we had the warriors there, right? We had the women in order, we had the heathens in subjection. But then the Lord, what did he do? He destructured us, he destroyed us, man.
Because there was corruption in that structure to begin with.
Right.
So it had to be destroyed to be built back the correct way.
In fact, it was in Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 21. How is the faithful city become an harlot?
Yeah.
It was full of judgment, right? Righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers. Thy silver is become dross, thy wine mixed with water. The wine mixed with water meaning what? The truth is now mixed with lies, man. You're polluted. The priests are not judging righteously. They're judging for reward, or they're taking a gift to pervert the ways of judgment. Right? So here it is, you men talk about a faithful city, but there's all manner of wickedness dwelling therein, man.
And that's why the children have to come back, as you were speaking about earlier before, had to go through those rough ways.
Right.
Because of their sins that they've done back in their past life. And even right now, like when you think about it, when Esau really gets down and hard on the people, when he declares martial law, a lot of these sheikhs are going to be put out. Because one thing about the different police officers and all that, like I was watching a little bit of what the Barker was saying about this dude, Chris Copper, right? Which he came from one of them gangs from South London. And pretty much the police, they already know all these different gangs and all that stuff, right? But the time is going to be presented when they're going to be like taken advantage of, man. Like the police are just going to roll on them and just kill all of them.
Oh yeah.
You know, because I think they passed a law. I think it was a law passed in the States. I think it's in the States. But there's a law that I remember to be, I don't be exact, but it's in relation to like gang members being terrorists, pretty much. So if that law is inked in or it's not, eventually they're gonna ink that law in, and they're gonna move on that, man. So a lot of these sheikhs that don't want to get right on this side of the spectrum, they're gonna be wasted out here, man. So it's still gonna be an ongoing thing, you know. So, but the elect are gonna be delivered from obviously the teeth of the wicked, so to speak.
Right.
Overall.
Right. That's right, man. Right? So I'm gonna read on. It says, verse 23, thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves.
Mm-hmm. That's what
So you had certain Israelites in royalty, and they were doing backdoor deals with motherfucking thieves, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what they say about a thief, if you steal something, man, you're gonna pay back twofold, man, or fourfold, depending on what you stole. Because there's laws on theft. So you have men in royalty, they were fucking doing dealings with thieves and that, man. And they were not dealing according to the law. Read on, it says, everyone loveth gifts and followeth after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither doth the cause of the widow come unto them. Right? In fact, someone give me Psalms chapter 5, verse 9. Okay.
Psalms chapter 5, starting at verse 9 says, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth, their inward part is very wickedness, their throat is an open sepulchre, they flatter with their tongue.
Read that again.
Psalms 5 and verse 9 again, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth.
Right, there's no faithfulness in their mouth, meaning that the praise of Yahawah Hashem Yahweh Shai is not in their mouth. What are they praising? They're praising themselves, man. They start idolizing themselves, their belongings, their possessions. Come on now.
Yeah, for their inward part is very wickedness.
Their inward part is wicked, man. We're talking about our people. The faithful city that's now become a harlot. Spreading your legs to every pleasure under heaven. And you left off from Yahawah, man. Read on.
Even their mouth is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre.
Your throat is death, man. Your sepulchre is that's a damn graveyard, man.
Yeah.
So their throat, what come out your throat? Words, man. It is death.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
There ain't no truth in your mouth. There's pure this deceit. Come on now.
Their throat is an open sepulchre, and they flatter with their tongue.
You flatter with your tongue, flattering words. Right? And when you flatter a man, You flattering him why? Because you know that man you can get something out of that man, man.
Speak smooth things, innit?
Smooth things, because you're trying to gain something from that man. Carnal things, wealth, money. See, that's what our people became obsessed about. See our people today, especially down West Africans, all you care about is money. You don't give a fuck about your people. I know them so-called West Africans. All they care about is money. They'll sell their own people, man.
Fuck, you know.
Corrupt. The leaders in amongst our people down there in the continent of Africa, they sold their own people out, man. They don't give a fuck about their people. They don't care, man. And all you Jake leaders around the world, you all sold out, man. You're all sellouts to Esau Edom. You don't care about your own people. And those of our people that did care about their own people, like the president down in Haiti, he got assassinated, man. So what else you got? Is that you finished there? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah.
Okay. Back in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 24, therefore saith the Lord, Yahawah of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversaries and avenge me of mine enemies, and I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy tin. Right. So we're talking about there's going to be a purification of our people, right? Because right now our people, we're corrupt, man. There's a lot of corruption amongst us.
And you know what as well is right.
I'm not just talking about us as the elite, I'm talking about Israel as a whole, wherever we've been scattered. There's a lot of corruption, man.
And brother, if I may say one thing too, because I was watching a video of a brother, he was breaking it down. I think he's from like West Africa somewhere, but he was breaking down the criminal stats amongst Jake, where basically we make up 8% of the population.